Hi, everyone. This is Anita again with Walking Your Freedom podcast. I'm here to talk about something that has been heavy on me. I actually shared with a couple ladies that are in my group, The Exchange, about this, and it kind of opened the door for me to finally attack it and start working towards it. Um, but even though I'm working towards the goal, it's still a bit overwhelming. Um, and today, I want to talk about debt being bondage. And um, there's a kind of weight many of us carry that isn't always visible. It follows us into our thoughts, affects our choices, and keeps us from fully walking in the freedom God has for us. That weight is debt, which is what I said earlier. And so today, I want to talk about debt, but not just financial, also spiritual and emotional, which is what I'm dealing with now. Not so much as spiritual, but emotional. um, toll that it can take on us, like it really does. Because when you're bound by debt, it doesn't just affect your wallet; it can affect your identity, your peace, and even your purpose. But I want you to know God did not call you to live in bondage. So let's talk about what it looks like to recognize the chains, break free from them, and walk boldly into financial and spiritual freedom. So when I wrote that, it sounded great. The way I just delivered it, y'all know me. I'm just gonna be me at the end of the day. So I'm trying here. But today I almost wanted to cry. Because I was thinking back to how I ended up in debt, right? I feel like I've been in debt my entire life. And I'm going to be 40 this year. And I feel like this year is the first year where I'm actually tackling it, recognizing what it is and the effects that it has on my life. But I also have been able to kind of go back and look um, of moments in my life where I was either irresponsible with my finances or I actually was going through some stuff. Like I went through a level of depression, which then caused me to go into debt. Like I just got to this place of just, I don't care about anything, which I'll share a little bit later. And so, so today I was just, thinking about like, I'm a wife now and I'm a mom. And although I only have like a couple more debts to pay off, which is great. Like once I pay those off, I'm gonna be free, right? Ain't gonna owe nobody nothing. But going through it and just seeing how it affects those around me, like when you have debt to the point where it affects your credit score. For me, it affected my credit score. I can still get things, but I just choose not to. But it's just how your loved ones come in thinking one thing and then they realize, oh, well, we can't do this because you need to pay for this, or we can't do that because you need to pay for this and that way. And sometimes it becomes a lot because I today I felt the weight of it. I felt the burden of it, you know. Although it's my debt, my husband has to take it on as well. Like we're married, he's debt free, and here I am with my debt based on things that I've done in the past. And in times past, he has, tried to understand like how did you get to this place. And so of course I tried to explain to him, what I was doing, but in his mind, he just can't wrap his head around like how you had all this money. So what happened? And so the first thing, I was irresponsible. I had all this money. I had a great job. At the time, I was a case manager, and I was making over $20 an hour. Um, and that was back in 2012 ish, 2012, 2013, I think 2012. Up to like 2018, I was a case manager, and I was making good money. Um, there were parts of that time where I stayed on my own, and then there were parts of the time where I stayed with my parents. Um, Rent was dirt cheap. I think the cheapest that I in the time that I paid was like six hundred and something dollars, and then the most I paid was like $8.95. Nowadays, it's like a lot more. But I was bringing home a good little chunk of money. On top of that, I was getting mileage. So, and it was just me. Like it was just me. I did have a car note. I had rent, but actually before that, I did have a car that did not have no payments, nothing. My parents had paid my car off in full. Um, for the first part of me being a case manager, I didn't have a car debt. I just had, and then I think even for the insurance, I didn't even have insurance. Like my parents were paying my insurance. Like, so I had it good, in the midst of that, I was clubbing, partying, doing my thing, having fun, living my best life. So I thought, but I was in the midst of that. I was also trying to please people. So there were my friends that I was amongst, they would dress a certain